Good afternoon and welcome to the weekly business meeting of the South Carolina Public Service Commission. Today is August 28, 2025. It's approximately 1 p.m. Before we begin, would you please join me in a moment of silent reflection? Thank you very much. Present in the hearing room is Commissioners Belser, Commissioner Britt, Commissioner Caston, Commissioner Carol Lee Williams, Commissioner Thomas, and I am Chair Delton Powers. Vice Chair Williams is on military leave and will not participate today. Mr. Scarborough, if you would, please address today's docket.
Good afternoon, Chair Powers and Commissioners. The first order of business is to set the date of the next business meeting. Staff recommends that the next regularly scheduled Commission business meeting be set for Thursday, September the 11th, 2025 at 1 o'clock p.m.
The next business meeting will be scheduled for Thursday, September 11th, 2025 at 1 p.m.
Thank you. Today we have 11 items on the utilities agenda, where several items have been deleted, and 14 items on the transportation agenda. Item number 1 has been deleted from today's agenda. Item number 2 is in docket number 2025-14C. This item involves requests submitted by the Office of Regulatory Staff for the required certification to the Federal Communications Commission and to the Universal Service Administrative Company to enable eligible carriers to use high-cost universal service funds.
Mr. Chairman, item 2, is there a motion?
Mr. Chairman,
Commissioner Belser.
I'm sorry to do this, but I'm going to move that we carry this item over to our next meeting.
All right, thank you very much. Having heard the motion by Commissioner Belser, is any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed by no, the ayes have it. The motion carries.
Items numbered 3 and 4 have also been deleted from today's agenda. Item number 5 is in docket number 2025-101E. This item involves final disposition of this docket.
As to item number 5, do I hear a motion?
Chair Powers.
Commissioner Caston.
Thank you. I move that the Commission approve the application of Duke Energy Carolinas, LLC for approval of Demand-Side Management and Efficiency Rider 17 as adjusted by the Office of Regulatory Staff. DEC agreed to these adjustments while preserving its right to pursue recovery of certain categories of cost in future proceedings. I further move that the Commission adopt and incorporate into its order the following recommendations by ORS. The company must further review forecasted increases to non-incentive program costs for 2026 and, in its Rider 18 application, provide revised forecasts that incorporate actions taken to mitigate recent cost increases and account for actual experience operating the programs. As 59% of energy savings are produced by one program, the Residential My Home Energy Report program, the company shall evaluate the implications of this single program providing such a large percentage of total energy savings. Company shall continue to encourage large non-residential customers to participate in the program. I move the Commission decline to adopt the recommendation of the South Carolina Department of Consumer Affairs regarding the format of customer bills. Finally, I move that the Commission determine a hearing is not required pursuant to South Carolina Code annotated Section 58-27-870F. Commission will issue an order addressing these items in more detail, and I'd like to make a few comments at the appropriate time.
Please proceed, Commissioner Caston.
Oh, thank you. First, I want to address DCA's recommendation regarding bill transparency. My motion declines to adopt DCA's recommendation because I do not believe this is the appropriate proceeding to address the content of customer bills. I take no position on the substance of DCA's recommendations. Such a change, if desired, would need to be proposed in the form of a regulatory change, I believe. Also, I would note that through Act 41, General Assembly has set forth additional requirements regarding these programs. South Carolina Code annotated Section 58-37-20 as amended by Act 41. Includes a requirement that the utility file annual reports regarding demand-side management programs and sets forth information the Commission may require in these reports. Additionally, this section requires the Commission to review each utility's portfolio of demand-side management programs on at least a triennial basis. While these provisions are not directly applicable to the instant matter, I did want to mention them since they will be forthcoming. So I so move on the motion.
Thank you, Commissioner Caston. Having heard the comments and the motion, is there any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed by no. The ayes have it. The motion carries.
Item number 6 has been deleted from today's agenda. Item number 7 is in docket number 2025-150E. This item involves final disposition of this docket.
That's item number 7. Is there a motion?
Chair Powers,
Commissioner Williams.
thank you. On May 8th, 2025, the complainant filed a complaint against Dominion Energy South Carolina, alleging that the company refused to offer a deferred payment plan for complainant's past due balance on her electric account. On June 13th, 2025, Dominion Energy timely filed an answer denying the complainant's allegations. On May 14th, 2025, the clerk's office of the commission filed a notice of hearing setting the matter to be heard on August 12th, 2025 at 10 a.m. The clerk's office also filed a certificate of service certifying that the notice of hearing was served on the complainant at her last known address via U.S. certified mail, return receipt requested, and restricted delivery. Complainant was not present at the time notice for the hearing, 10 a.m. on August 12, 2025, and the commission waited 15 minutes for her to appear. At the direction of the chairman, the commission staff went outside the hearing room and called the name of the complainant in the lobby and outside the two entrances of the building. Complainant was not present, and the commission proceeded with the hearing. The commission verified that the complainant was properly served. Dominion Energy called a witness, Cindy Hucks, who provided an overview of complainant's account history and different arrangements the company made with the complainant. Witness Hucks also answered questions from the commissioners. Based on the above, I move that the commission find in favor of the company and dismiss the complaint with prejudice on the following grounds: that the complainant failed to prosecute her claim as she did not attend the hearing personally or through an authorized representative without having obtained a continuance as contemplated by South Carolina Regs annotated, South Carolina Code annotated Regs 103-844, and the evidence submitted at the hearing establishes that Dominion Energy complied with commission rules, regulations, statutes in providing electric service to the complainant. I so move.
Thank you, Commissioner Williams. Having heard the motion by Commissioner Williams, do I hear any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed by no. The ayes have it. The motion carries.
Mr. Chairman, I hate to ask this, but could we take a 5-minute break? I apologize.
All right, we will be in recess for 5 minutes. Good afternoon again. We are back on the record in the weekly business meeting of the South Carolina Public Service Commission. We are now on item number 8. Is that correct?
Yes, sir. Item number 8 appears in docket number 2023-140E. This is a letter from Dr. Cheryl O. Lane challenging the stated 74.9 nameplate capacity for Kingstree West 115 LLC's solar generating facility.
That's item number 8. Do I hear a motion?
Mr. Chairman, before I make
Commissioner
a
Britt.
motion, I wanted to point out on item 7, I did not vote because I was not here in the beginning of that whole issue.
All right, so the record will reflect that.
All right. Mr. Chairman, I move that the commission accept as information the August 8th, 2025 letter from Cheryl O. Lane challenging the stated 74.9 megawatt AC nameplate capacity for Kingstree West 115 LLC's solar generating facility.
Thank you, Commissioner Britt. Having heard the motion by Commissioner Britt, is any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed by no, the ayes have it, the motion carries.
Item number 9 is in docket number 2019-326E. This is a petition from Carolina's Clean Energy Business Association for rehearing or reconsideration of Commission Order number 2025-497.
So item number 9, is there a motion?
Chair Powers,
Commissioner Thomas.
thank you. I move that the commission grant reconsideration of order number 2025-497 requested by SECIBA for the limited and narrow purpose of describing in detail the basis by which the commission chooses to not adopt the proposed modifications to section 6.2.1 for the SC GILP as proposed by SECIBA. Such explanation will be provided in a full order of this commission. So moved.
Thank you, Commissioner Thomas. Having heard the motion, is there any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed by no, the ayes have it, the motion carries.
Item number 10 is in docket number 2006-401G. This is a request from Piedmont Natural Gas Company Incorporated for approval of corrected gas cost recovery mechanism number 161.
That's item number 10. Is there a motion?
Mr. Chairman,
Commissioner Belson.
I move that the commission approve Piedmont Natural Gas Company's corrected GCRM 161 effective with the first billing cycle in September 2025 and thereafter until further notice. On August 15th, 2025, Piedmont Natural Gas proposed rate changes in certain rate schedules to the demand charge cost of gas component of its rates, as provided for under the gas cost recovery mechanism of its approved South Carolina service regulations. On August 22nd, 2026, Piedmont filed a corrected filing, wholly replacing Piedmont's August 15th, 2025 filing of GCRM 161. The correct filing still reflects an increase in rates effective for customer bills rendered on or after Piedmont's first billing cycle in September 2025. Piedmont asserts the rate changes are necessary to avoid a material undercollection of its fixed gas cost. Piedmont further asserts that the proposed rate adjustments facilitate reasonable and appropriate recovery of applicable actual fixed gas costs from Piedmont's tariff customers. Piedmont's demand charge is designed to account for its recovery of such fixed gas costs, which are largely associated with upstream natural gas storage and transportation service that Piedmont receives for the benefit of its customers. Piedmont last modified its existing demand charge in the 2024 Gas Rate Stabilization Act proceeding in docket number 2024-7-G. The demand charge was effective for customer bills rendered on and after the company's first billing cycle in November 2024. Since 2024, Piedmont states that its actual fixed gas costs have significantly increased, primarily as a result of the following: commencement of incremental firm transportation service to Piedmont pursuant to Transcontinental Pipeline Company, LLC's Southside Reliability Enhancement Project, which Transco placed into service on December 30, 2024. The increase in rates arising from FERC docket number RP 24-1035-000 applicable to the demand charges that Piedmont incurs for the firm transportation and storage service that it receives from Transco, and the increase in rates arising from FERC docket number RP 24-1103-000 applicable to the demand charges that Piedmont incurs for the firm transportation and storage service that it receives from Columbia Gas Transmission. Piedmont also states that the corrected GCRM allows for the company to update its demand charge on the basis of the total amount of annualized demand charges applicable to its South Carolina customers. On Schedule C attached to Piedmont's request, the annualized amount of demand charges applicable to Piedmont's South Carolina customers at present is $39,325,857. The specific rate changes proposed in the corrected GCRM 161 as set forth on Schedule A to the filing vary by rate, schedule, and step. On Schedule B, Piedmont shows the manner in which it derived its proposed rate changes based upon the allocation of fixed gas costs to the rate classes and based upon the sales and transportation volumes established by the Commission for this purpose in Piedmont's 2024 RSA proceeding. I also note that on Tuesday, August 26, 2025, the Office of Regulatory Staff submitted a letter to this docket to the Commission stating that ORS has, quote, no objection to the company's proposed corrected GCRM-161. I move that the Commission approve Piedmont Natural Gas Company's corrected GCRM 61, effective with the first billing cycle in September 2025 and thereafter until further notice. This will allow Piedmont to put this rate adjustment in effect by the next billing cycle. So moved.
Thank you, Commissioner Belser. Having heard the motion by Commissioner Belser, is any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed by no, the ayes have it. The motion carries.
Item number 11 is in docket number 2024-275E. This item involves amending Commission Order number 2025-397 by deleting the language, "This directive shall serve as the Commission's order on this issue," issuing a directive to replace Commission Directive Order number 2025-397, issued on June 26, 2025, retaining the reference to Order number 2025-397 in the amended directive, and stating in the amended directive, a full Commission order, including the Chairman's signature, will be issued as Order number 2025-397.
That's item number 11. Is there a motion?
Mr. Chairman,
Commissioner Belser.
on June 26, 2025, the Commission granted approval of the application filed in this docket. A directive order was issued as the Commission's order. Upon recent review, I believe a full order should have been issued to set forth the Commission's decision in accordance with South Carolina Code Annotated Section 58-3-250. Therefore, I move the Commission issue an amended directive which, number 1, deletes the language, quote, "This directive shall serve as the Commission's order on this issue," and deletes the order number from the directive. Number 2, keeps the same motion and same vote from the June 26, 2025 meeting. And number 3, adds the following language to the amended directive. Quote, "A full Commission order, including the Chairman's signature, will be issued as order number 2025-397. The effect of this motion, if passed, is not to change the decision of the Commission from the June 26, 2025 directive, but to amend the directive order to allow issuance of a full written order detailing this decision to be issued in accordance with South Carolina Code Annotated Section 58-3-250, and to also maintain the same order number on the full order which will be issued. South Carolina Code Annotated Section 5827-2130 addresses rescission or amendment of orders or decisions. Also, South Carolina Code Annotated Regs 103-853B addresses rescinding, modifying, or amending an order. Both the statute and regulation allow for notice and opportunity to be heard by parties to the proceeding. I move the commission provide the parties 10 days from the date of this directive to provide comment on this motion to issue a full written order. Should no party object or request further opportunity to be heard on this single issue of issuance of a full written order, I move that the commission proceed with an amended directive as described in this motion and also proceed with preparing a final order. So move.
Thank you, Commissioner Belser. Having heard the motion by Commissioner Belser, is any further discussion?
Chair Powers, if
Mr.
I
Caston.
may. And I certainly understand the intent. I think this was well done. The, I guess, concern I have relative to, I guess my preference is, there's been no request for reconsideration or anything, just leave as is. But when I look at Regulation 103, 853B, I guess trying to determine, is there a time frame? Is there no time frame? I guess what my concern is if we do this, or if you can do this, how far back could we go relative to a rescission? I mean, at this point, with the greatest respect, I don't feel comfortable at this point, and I'm inclined to vote no.
All right, sir. Any further comments?
Chair Powers,
Commissioner Williams.
I don't know that anybody on this dais can answer this question, but if they can, when I read 103-853B, I don't see qualifiers in terms of time frame, and so Commissioner Belser's intent, I understand, and seems to be in conjunction very clearly with this regulation. But similar to Commissioner Caston's question, and I don't see it in the regulation, are there any time limits on 103-853B that anyone can speak to from?
What do you mean by time limits? Can I get clarification on what you're asking?
Sure.
Are you asking whether somebody could file for a petition for reconsideration after issuance of a full order? I think they could, but I think we made a mistake. I think there should have been a full written order on this matter. I didn't become aware of it until very recently and brought it up. So that's why I'm making the motion. But
And I agree with that sentiment and that intention. I think I didn't convey my question well. It has to do with 103-853B. I don't see any time limits on that, on rescinding, modifying, or amending. I see that it does contemplate circumstances where there are substantive changes, and that your motion perfectly mirrors that request. So my concern is similar to Commissioner Caston. Does this have any guardrails, any time frame on the application of B? From your experience, from anyone's experience in how we've applied it in the past?
No, I can't say that I have that from my experience, but I mean, there's also the statute that allows for the commission to bring forth that, and that the commission may at any time, except for those cases provided for in section 5827-2150, which references rehearings, after notice and opportunity to be heard. What this is, though, is this is not changing the decision of the commission.
Right.
It is to issue an order that explains the decision, that has findings of fact, conclusions of law, and the reasons, therefore, as required in final orders of the commission. I think that this was just, we made a mistake, and I'm trying to correct it. That's all I'm trying to do. But I don't think that once that, what was issued, no party, there wasn't anything there that a party, I mean, could really ask for reconsideration on, because there's not sufficient detail. What they could have done is said, I asked for reconsideration because you haven't set forth any detail. At which time we would have taken it up. But when I became aware that this was not what I call a full written order, as final orders are supposed to be, that's why I'm bringing this matter before us.
And I sincerely appreciate it. Is there this is new territory for me. I noted in your motion that we would be reusing the order number. Is there something about doing that means this is clerical versus substantive?
No, the reason I think that it would be important to keep the same order number is I don't know if the utilities have either prepared literature or other filings where they reference pursuant to commission order number such and such. And so to avoid any kind of confusion that may arise from different order numbers, then that's
Okay.
the rationale there.
Thank you.
Chair Powers.
Commissioner Caston.
And in no way am I saying, and mean this in any critical way, because I applaud what Commissioner Belcher's doing, trying to fix what she thinks needs fixing, and I agree. I don't know. I still have that unsettled feeling relative to that particular section of the regulation, but is there another way to fix it? I guess. I mean, I don't know.
Commissioner, I don't know of it, and that was why I went to the statutes and the regs. Is that's the only thing that I could go to figure out how to correct this. I mean, if you've got another idea, I'm welcome.
If I assume, as I understand it, we don't have a business meeting next week, and it would this require a special meeting if we carried this one over, or what would be the time frame on that?
We don't have a meeting next week, but I do know that we've got a couple of commissioners missing, and then I think we've got a couple of commissioners missing the following week. And my concern is this has already been 2 months.
Well, I agree with you. I understand that totally, and I think you're absolutely spot on.
And I appreciate your comments about trying to fix this, but actually I'm very embarrassed that I hadn't caught it before now.
Well, we're all he who is without sin. No stone throwing here, but I've made enough myself. I don't, Chair Powers, I don't know what the right answer is. I honestly don't feel comfortable voting yes for it. If there's a way that we could carry this over, and if we have to have a special meeting when the other two could participate, that would be good. But I don't want to be the holdup or mess this up. I applaud what Commissioner Belcher's trying to do.
Well,
No two ways about that.
right now, Commissioner Caston, all we have is the motion. We do not have a motion for continuance or a motion of any other sort or any, unless something else comes up, we've got to vote on this motion.
Could I make that substitute motion that we carry this over?
You certainly can.
I make the motion that we carry this item over.
Until when?
As soon as we can, or as long as we can, to be determined.
All right.
Well, I guess we need to check with staff and the chief clerk.
We
of the
have
commissioners.
substitute motion on the floor. Is there any further discussion? I think we will proceed to a roll call vote on the substitute motion, beginning with Commissioner Caston.
Aye.
Commissioner Britt,
No.
Commissioner Thomas,
Aye.
Commissioner Williams,
No.
Commissioner Belser,
Respectfully, no.
and I vote no. The motion fails from a tie. Which takes us back to the original motion. Is any further discussion on the original motion? Hearing none, we'll proceed to a roll call vote, beginning with Commissioner Belser,
Aye.
Commissioner Caston,
With the greatest respect, no.
Commissioner Britt,
Aye.
Commissioner Thomas,
Reluctantly, yes, I support.
I'm sorry, could you repeat that?
Yes.
All right. Commissioner Carolee Williams,
Aye.
and I vote aye, the motion carries.
Mr. Chairman, that completes the utilities agenda before the commission. Moving on to the motor carrier agenda. In Part A, there are 3 applications for new Class C and Class E certificates that the commission may address together. Item A1 is in docket number 2025-241T, which is the application of Two Twigs Moving Charleston LLC for a Class E household goods certificate. Item A2 appears in docket number 2025-244T. This is the application of Johnson Way Transport LLC for a Class C charter certificate. And item A3 is in docket number 2025-245T, which is the application of Helping Hearts Transportation LLC for a Class C charter certificate.
As to items A1 through A3, is there a motion?
Chair Powers.
Commissioner Caston,
Thank you. I move that the commission approve the application for Class C and Class E certificates in agenda item numbers A1 through A3, as identified by Mr. Scarborough. A directive order will be issued in each respective docket granting the motor carrier application. I so move.
all right. As to that motion, is there any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed by no. The ayes have it. A1 through A3 are passed.
In Part B of the transportation agenda, there are 2 requests to amend certificates that the commission may address together. Item B1 is in docket number 2018-22T. This is a request from Deborah G. Alea Sakelzot to amend the name on Class C taxi certificate number 9321 to read Saluda Taxi SC. And item B2 appears in docket number 2019-84T. This is a request from Transportation on Demand Incorporated to amend Class C non-emergency certificate number 9461 to read 15 passengers.
As to B1 and B2, is there a motion?
Mr. Chairman,
Commissioner Britt,
I move that the commission grant the request to amend the Class C certificates in agenda items number B1 and B2 as identified by Mr. Scarborough. A directive order will be issued in each respective docket.
thank you, Commissioner Britt. Is there any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed by no, the ayes have it, the motion carries.
In Part C of the transportation agenda, there are 3 requests to reinstate certificates that the commission may address together. Item C1 appears in docket number 2020-153T. This is a request from Mako Movers LLC to reinstate Class E household goods certificate number 9877. Item C2 is in docket number 2017-121T. This is a request from Busy Kids Cab Company LLC to reinstate Class C charter certificate number 9277. And item C3 is in docket number 2020-165T, which is a request from Wayfinder Non-Emergent Medical Transport LLC to reinstate Class C stretcher van certificate number 9546.
As to items C1 through C3, do I hear a motion? Commissioner Belson,
Thank you, sir. I move that the commission grant the request for reinstatement in agenda items numbers C1 through C3 as identified by Mr. Scarborough. A directive order will be issued in each respective docket detailing the timeline and requirements for coming into compliance. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner Belser. Is there any further discussion? Hearing none, all those signify by saying aye.
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 Those opposed by no. The ayes have it, the motion carries.
In Part D of the transportation agenda, there is one request to suspend a certificate. Item D1 appears in docket number 2023-225T. This is a request from M2M Transport, LLC, to suspend Class C non-emergency certificate number 9844 for 90 days.
As to item D1, is there a motion?
Chair Powers.
Commissioner Caston.
Thank you. I move the commission grant the request of M2M Transport LLC to suspend its certificate number 9844 for 90 days until November 26, 2025. The effect of this suspension means that the motor carrier known as M2M Transport LLC cannot operate or do business during this period of suspension and not until the motor carrier comes into compliance with the Commission's rules and regulations and certificate number 9844 is reinstated. Prior to the expiration of this suspension period on November 26, 2025, M2M Transport LLC must come back into compliance with Commission rules and regulations or seek further extension or other relief from the Commission. So move.
Thank you, Commissioner Caston. Having heard the motion, is there any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed by no, the ayes have it, the motion carries.
In Part E of the transportation agenda, there are two requests to cancel certificates that the Commission may address together. Item E1 is in docket number 2024-197T. This is a request from T&D Limousine Service LLC to cancel Class C Charter Certificate number 9962. And item E2 is in docket number 2025-85E. This is a request from Island Hopper Taxi LLC to cancel Class C Charter Certificate number 10030.
As to items E1 and E2, do I hear a motion?
Chair Powers.
Commissioner Thomas.
Just to be sure, the second item, I think, was item number 2025-85T. Just clarification on that.
Correct.
All right, I have a motion.
Yes, sir.
I move that the commission grant the request for cancellation and agenda items numbers E1 and E2 as identified by Mr. Scarborough. A directive order will be issued in each respective docket.
Thank you, Commissioner Thomas. As to the motion on E1 and E2, is there any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed by no, the ayes have it, the motion carries.
Finally, in Part F of the transportation agenda, there is one request for an extension of time. Item F1 appears in docket number 2025-145T, which is a request from Elite National Transportation Service, LLC, for a 9-month extension of time to comply with Commission rules and regulations.
As to item F1, is there a motion?
Chair Powers.
Commissioner Williams.
Thank you. I move that the Commission grant the request of Elite National Transportation Service, LLC, for an extension of time until May 21st, 2026, to comply with Commission rules and regulations by completing the certification process. Pursuant to paragraph 5 of Exhibit A to order number 2025-311, granting the authority to provide motor carrier services, which was issued on May 22nd, 2025. The certification process requirements are that the applicant must A, file with the Office of Regulatory Staff proof of appropriate insurance, and B, also tender payment of license fees as well as provide such other information required by law to the Office of Regulatory Staff. If Elite National Transportation Service, LLC should need additional time beyond May 21st, 2026 to comply with Commission's rules and regulations, Elite National Transportation Service, LLC must file a new application.
Thank you, Commissioner Williams. Having heard the motion by Commissioner Williams, is there any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed by no, the ayes have it, the motion carries.
Mr. Chairman and Commissioners, this concludes all business noticed before the Commission today.
Thank you, Mr. Scarborough, and those who joined us. Have a safe and fun Labor Day weekend. We are adjourned.